I don't know why I'm smiling at the camera. Hey peeps, happy Monday. Welcome back to the sewing room. It's very nice to be back here. We've had a lovely time away, but it is nice to be home. Spent yesterday traveling, and I am not the greatest traveler in the world ever. Yeah, hadn't had the best night's sleep, so mum offered to drive home, which was lovely of her, but I did feel sick as a dog the entire time. I drove home from the ferry to the house here because I don't feel sick when I drive, which I guess makes sense because you're concentrating, but yeah, I don't travel well, so I have not been feeling wonderful all day today. It is around about 6:45 now, and I'm just saying hi to you. So the day has mostly been spent with Chiana, trying to get my equilibrium back, but I'm feeling much better now, so that's good. So I did film a little bit when we were out and about over the 2 days. I filmed a little bit on the Thursday on the way to see Dibs at Selvage and Bolts. Hey peeps, happy Thursday. We are on our way to Selvage and Bolts to go and stroke the fabric and probably come home with quite a bit. We have a big bird. Hello. And we have a maman. We do. She can't quite hear us all chatting in the front here, so I didn't know if she'd know that we were talking to you.
No idea where we are.
Yeah, we're following the sat nav. I did ask what the address was and then realised that it was actually written on the Instagram page right there. So yeah, but we were told we can arrive any time after 10, so we're on our way. Found it! And we are in fabric heaven. It's so nice to be actually able to touch fabric again. We are all buying things. Big Bird's being really nice and is actually buying stuff for James. See, she's buying some of this. There's a remnant of this lawn and then some sailboat fabric. And Mum's buying sailboats for Dad for a shirt as well. She's not treating herself.
Yeah, that's what the festival's for, to be honest.
Look at it. We're in the smoke pit and I have a steak. There is a spatchcocked chicken, fish cakes and
Salad.
baconaise. Bacon, I love that. I stopped filming once we had eaten the lunch because oh my gosh, that food at the smoke pit, it was amazing. And seriously, if you're ever in Northampton and you like that kind of food, I highly recommend that place. We had a lovely day. As you guys know, you've seen the fabric haul, so you know what we all bought from Dibs at Selvage and Bolts. It would have been so easy to spend so much more money. Then I did film a little bit on the Friday as well. Yeah. Fabulous lighting as ever. Hey peeps! Happy Friday! We are at the Festival of Quilts and
There's lots of us.
hello! Do we have to say hello, Peeps? Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Hi Peeps! And we are also the Savannah Brigade today. There are 3 of us wearing it. We did it on purpose. We're going to descend on Lady McElroy together. Just be like, hello. Are we good enough advertisement for you? Look what we found. Yeah, we're all going totally crazy. Totally crazy.
Who's being good?
I'm at M. Rosenberg, Stitch Fabrics, trying to work out what to get. But after that clip at Stitch Fabrics, my battery died and I hadn't brought another battery with me. I haven't vlogged in public for a very long time for reasons. So I decided to stop because it was quite difficult with the face coverings on. I was just having such a lovely time with my friends and family being out in a environment that I haven't been in for a very long time, so I just decided not to film the rest of the day. I could have done it on my phone, but my phone battery was fairly low as well, and we needed I mean, between us we had sat nav to get home, so it would have been fine, but I just decided that that was enough. I got the 2 bits that I wanted to. I got all the lovely peeps that were there, and I saw so many of you other guys as well, so thank you for coming and saying hi to us if you saw us out and about at the Festival of Quilts on the Friday. It was very nice to meet you. I am back down here. Mum has done all of her laundry today. I'm going to start doing mine tomorrow for washing all of my fabrics. I've still got them in their bags, but I've also got my bolt of Savannah viscose, and I've been I've been really wanting to come down and take all this stuff out and then get a few of the jerseys out and really put together the things that I want to make over the next couple of months. I still have my 6130 dress to finish, the bodice of that to go on the red skirt, which you can just about see peeking out there. And then I have the 2 tops for the sew-alongs, and there is also a Tessuti camisole under there as well. So I do have quite a few things that still need to be finished, but they should all be fairly quick projects. I am going to London on Thursday to see Wilson for the first time in over 3.5 months, and I can't wait. I'm very much looking forward to it. So my plan is I'm going to get the dress finished, then I'm going to work on the hemming video, which will mean that hopefully I can film my lookbook for the things that I've been making for the last 6 weeks, which will give me some stuff to edit whilst I'm away, although Wilson has taken off Thursday, Friday and Monday next week, and I'm coming back on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm going to try and get some stuff filmed and edited. And he does play video games, which is totally fine, and I like watching him play video games, but I can totally edit at the same time, so I should have some videos going up whilst I'm away as well. But that's the plan. Not this evening, I don't think, because still not feeling 100% and don't want to sit down here. Would like to be horizontal. My stomach will thank me for that, I think. So yes, I would like to get the 6130 dress finished. That's why I did the skirt way ahead of time, so that's been dropping on the bias, so I can just attach the bodice to it and then do all of my hemming video. That's going to take me a day, I think, because I need to film me trying different methods and then do the actual hemming, and there's a lot of hand hemming in there. A lot of that won't get finished before I go. You know what, hang on, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dresses that need hemming, so it gives me plenty of fodder for trying all the different methods. I need to see if Dad does actually have a laser level, or I'm getting so excited about lasers, I don't know. I think he's got one, pretty sure he's got one. But yeah, I've got 7 dresses there to hem. Pretty much all of them are going to be hand finished, I think. So I don't know if I'm going to get to filming my lookbook before I leave, but I will be able to film my Savannah fabric haul and collections plan. And I was planning on just working on that in August and then leading into the pirate capsule collection in September, but I think this one is going to take me a couple of months because there's quite a lot there. I bought quite a lot at the show, so I have quite a lot that I would like to get done. So I think it's going to take me longer than I thought it was, but that's not bad because again, it all works in with the pirate capsule collection, and once I've got these ones done, I can then go into like the navy side of it because that's one I'd like to work on. There's a few of the kind of rusty and then green ones as well, so they all kind of lead into each other nicely. By the end of the year I should have my pirate capsule collection finished, and I don't know if it's going to be classed as a capsule collection because there's going to be a lot of pieces in there, lots of pieces in there, but again, that's fine, and I like wearing those kinds of clothes, and I am trying to be more adventurous and try different patterns and not just make the same thing over and over again, although that has happened too. I am trying to branch out and like round out my wardrobe with more tops, which is why the Patreon sew along votes have all been for tops, and I think I'm going to do the same thing for September's. I will be announcing the one that won for August's sew along very soon, and I think I'm going to be making it out of the Savannah viscose lawn because I think it's going to look really pretty. I've got those 2 done, so I'm kind of catching up with everything and working through everything, which is great. So like I say, what I wanted to do, because I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, is get all of these fabrics out, mix it in with the stuff, or have a look at it with the stuff that I bought from the show and see how well they all work together, because in my head they do. I'm just going to refine it a little bit, I think. Pull out some of the jerseys that I want to add in because there is some like there's a bit there, yeah, bit there, maybe even some of these sparkly ones might get added in. So I'm gonna have a little play, and I think I might put you guys up on a tripod on top of the cutting table just so you can have a look, see how it all goes. It's not going to be a definitive this is definitely the fabric haul that I will be, because I will do like a proper sit down one of those when I have makeup on and stuff and feel much more human, but yeah, exciting to play with fabrics. I'm going to get you set up and I'm going to do some of that now. Okay, so it's the talking hands here. I have got my pile of fabric out that I picked out from my stash. I'm going to go through and see what the fabrics from the fabric haul from the Festival of Quilts look like. I've also picked out some of my jerseys that I think are going to work well as well. I'm going to go into the more detail about what patterns I'm going to use with these in my proper fabric haul video, which will be coming really soon, probably by the end of this week. But I kind of just wanted to come down and play and put together all the things that I have bought to see how they all work together. Okay, so there's definitely corals in here, and I bought this coral viscose from the fabric company. No, the Fabric Room. There we go. Words. And I think it works really nicely with this. I've got 5 meters of this. It's probably going to end up being a top and a skirt that will work in really nicely with this, I think. But that goes really well with that. And I knew I had this, so I wasn't looking for too much coral when I was at the show, but I got the embroidered cotton for a pleated and gathered skirt, and I think they actually look really nice together. So I think I'll be able to wear these two things together, and I think I'll be able to wear this with the blouse that I'm going to be making with this. This one was kind of like a happy accident. This just kind of, I had it next to, this is the canvas drill, or the cotton drill with the spandex in it, and I had these two next to each other, and I realised that it picked up the colours from the palm leaves here, so I think these are going to look really nice together. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. Might clash a bit with the, yeah, a little bit clashy with the coral, but it also works in really nicely with the darker greens that I've got here. So those look really nice together. This is a wool suiting that I got from Lady McElroy. And again, I think it works really well with the kind of pink tones in the Savannah. I'm not sure these two paired together will work. I've got 3 meters of this, and it's probably going to be a skirt of some description. I did wash this, and it did say it was washable. I've ended up with a few little bobbles on it, so I'm going to have to be careful about how I cut this one out, but I think this is going to look really nice with the blouses from this. Again, I think these two do work together. Some of the plains will go well together as well. I do want to try and make a whole bunch of separates for this, because I have a lot of dresses, so I'm trying to be better about making more separates. Having said that, I have this chambray linen from Lady McElroy, which goes again really nicely with the Savannah print, and I'm thinking that I'm going to use some of my cotton lawn scraps, because I have quite a lot of those left over from making my 8577, but not enough to make a shirt. I did check, but I could definitely do one of like my colour blocked dresses, so do the midriff and skirt in this chambray, and then use the cotton lawn for the bodice of the dress. I think that will look really nice, which means it won't be like a pairing piece because it's a dress, but I am going to make some jumpers, which I will show you the fabric for in a minute, so I could possibly wear it with those. This is a raw silk that I got from Stitch Fabrics. It's a really unusual fabric. What I would like to do is make a button front skirt with this, but I don't know how well buttonholes would take in this fabric. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to make a 3/4 circle skirt with it, and then put a faux button placket down the front, have it zip up at the back with a hook and eye, and then like I say, have the faux button placket down the front to make it look like a button-up skirt. I have some beautiful buttons I want to work with this. When I made my 8577, I used shell hexagonal buttons to use as the fastening for that dress, and I have this size, and I can't find them at the moment, but I do have a slightly smaller size as well, and I want to use these on my shirt with the big bishop sleeves, and then put 3 of the smaller buttons along the cuff of that. And then I also have a lot. I bought 180 coconut buttons because I just love them, and I think they look really, really nice with the Savannah print. But I also think down the front of the skirt with like a faux placket top stitch down, I think they're going to look really cool as well. And I'm planning on using either the coconut buttons, and I have these in a couple of different sizes as well, or hexagonal shell buttons for the entire collection, so that there's kind of like a theme that runs throughout as well. So I've got these, which I'm excited about. Then I have 2 cuts of this Brielle wool suiting from Lady McElroy. The first one I bought myself. I bought 2.5 meters, and I want to make some trousers from it. And then Big Bird and Baby Bother gave me a voucher for my birthday, so I bought the remaining remnant that they had. This, I'm going to make a trousers and waistcoat set out of this, and this is going to be the lining for the waistcoat. I got this from Selvage and Bolts. There was supposed to be a 50 centimeter remnant, but it turns out there was 1.25 meters left, so 1.25 meters of this left. And I don't know if it actually maybe looks a little bit better with this one, but no, this one. I do think this one. Like I say, I have a 2.5 meter cut and then like a 1 and a something meter cut. If I can get a skirt out of this as well, I would love to, but I definitely want trousers and a waistcoat out of this. I'm not sure which ones they're going to be as yet. Not ruling out the Decades of Style Empire waist trousers because I know they fit me now, but that is in the denim, which is a lot thicker. So this is quite a drapey fabric. I'm thinking maybe the Pauline Alice Sorrel trousers, or maybe one of the wide leg Vogue trousers that I haven't tried yet. This silk is going to be the lining for the waistcoat. Having said that, I do have one, like I say, 1 meter 25 centimeters of this, so I'm thinking I might be able to do something slightly more exciting with it. You know, when it was a 50 centimeter remnant, you know, what are you going to do with that other than sort of line something? But I'm not sure. I love these together, so I do think it is going to end up being a lining. I really like the colours of this wool with the Savannah, and I'm planning on making shirts and dresses with this. And like Lynn from Aussie Blackbeard pointed out how nice waistcoats look over dresses in the colder months, so I think they're going to pair really well together as well. This one was kind of like my mystery fabric. I ordered the Cadbury purple needle cord, which I have made the Empire waist trousers out of, and a waistcoat. I ordered the Cadbury purple, and this is the one that turned up. It's old gold. Again, it's not an exact match for any of the colours in this, but I do think it looks really nice. As I've made trousers out of this already, I may use this for a skirt. I might use this for a jacket. I think this would look, I've got 3 meters of it, and I think it would look lovely as a Sorrento jacket. There is more of this available, so if I end up wanting more, I can definitely get more. But again, I think this looks really nice, and I think this will go really well with some of the other fabrics that I got. So this was from a remnant bag, and I think it works. It's got a grey fleck through it, so it kind of looks like a slightly dirtier mustard, but I really like how this looks with everything. And again, I've got 2 remnants of this, so I'm hoping I can get a jumper out of those ones. I bought this rusty coloured double gauze from Bombay Stores, and I think it looks really nice with this gold colour. I think it looks great with the Savannah. I've got 3 meters of this to make a top with some really big sleeves. Again, I'll be going into these in way more detail and actually giving you pattern numbers in the official haul, but I couldn't resist doing this, so I thought I'd show you guys what I'm up to whilst I'm doing it. I also got this much lighter mustard from Higgs & Higgs, and this one does have the little gold spots on it, and again, it's kind of picking out the yellowy tones from these ferns here, so I think that's going to look really nice with the things that I make from this, and then also with the darker solid coloured bottoms that I'm going to make as well. This one I'm really pleased with. It's like the batik rayon. I have got just over 3 meters of this, so I definitely have enough for an eve dress, but I'm definitely going to be making an eve dress from the viscose from the Savannah. So what I think is that I will actually make one of my big bishop sleeve style shirts from this, because it's going to go really well with the Savannah prints, and I think it's going to go really well with the kind of gold colours as well, especially the suiting. I think that this with the trousers and the waistcoat with this underneath, it's going to look really, really nice, and it will be a different look to the shirt that I'm planning on making with this as well, so it's going to make it all really nice and versatile. That's my theory anyway. And then I got 3 meters of both of these. This is the cotton gingham, and this is the striped chambray. This one kind of is reading, there we go, you can see it's striped, but I really like these prints with this, and I think if I was wearing a dark brown leather belt, which will go really nicely with the coconut shell buttons, or my tan leather belt with these, so this was a skirt and these are tops, I think that's going to look really nice. Again, I have 3 meters of both of these. This is probably way more than I need, so I might end up making a couple of things out of both of them. They may end up being dresses, they may end up being skirts, but I do like how these look with this print. I think it's a really nice combination, so I'm really pleased that I managed to find some gingham and some stripes. The only thing I haven't managed to find is the polka dots, but I'm thinking I'm going to get those from Textile Express. Have I got that right? Yes, Textile Express. And I think I might actually go for the rust colour, because there is this dark brown section of the print which that rusty colour will go with. The other option for the spots is a sage green, which would be beautiful, and if I had unlimited money I'd buy all of that as well, but I do think that because I've got the gingham and the stripe in green, I'm going to go for the spots in the rust brown colour, which will look really nice. So I'm really pleased with how they're all looking, and they're all the things that I bought from the show. And then I've got out the knits that I've got in my stash as well. So this is a sequined knit from Lady McElroy, and I plan on doing a top that is very drapey but has definition at the waist and the cuffs. I just love the colour combination with this, and I think that's going to, you know, bring in a little bit more fun with all that sparkle, because look how pretty that is. I do have this in a couple of other colours, but they don't quite work with the collection, so I'm just going to use the green one, but I'm not ruling out making exactly the same top with the other colours that I have of this, and I have a metre of each of them. I'm really pleased that this is finally going to get used. I have 2.5 metres of this cable knit that I got from Higgs & Higgs. Originally I only bought a metre of it, and it really wasn't enough to do anything with because it's quite a narrow fabric. So I went back and bought another 1.5 metres, and I'm hoping I can do something like the Isabel Marant style jumper from Grasser Patterns, which I do own, and I think it would look really cool. And I know I'm making this in August, but currently it's really chilly outside and it's been raining all day, so this is also going to work in really well with the rest of the Pirate Capsule collection, so I think this one's going to look really nice. And then finally I picked out, let's get these into some kind of order, I picked out 5 of my viscose jerseys that I have in my stash. I have a lot, 6, 9. I have this fabric, this is the jersey viscose from Minerva Crafts. I have this fabric in 32 colours, and that's not including the ones that I've made up. I love this fabric. I've got 2 metres of each, which means that I should be able to get 2 simple t-shirts out of each one, although I would like to try the drape top from DP Studios that I was gifted for my KB pattern swap from Teresa, or the Adrian blouse, but I want to put some cuffs on it, some really deep cuffs, because I think that again is going to look really awesome under some of the other things that I want to make for this particular collection. So I'm really pleased with this kind of colour palette with the Savannah. I think it's going to look great. So yeah, I'm even more enthused about this. As I say, I've got a few pieces to, you know what, I'm going to put you down here and talk to you face to face again, because I mean, as pretty as this is, you want to see my face, don't you? I was trying to take a thumbnail for the camera just of the layout that I just made, the bit that you've just seen with just my hands, and I was smiling at the camera. I was like, your face isn't in it. I haven't really filmed a lot today. I've kind of stuffed everything back in, so there's the kind of knits up there, then all of that fabric there, then everything that I've bought still needs to be washed, so I'm going to take it back up to the main house to get that all processed, because I do like to try and wash all my fabric the minute it comes in so that it's always ready for me to play with once I get ready to sew. But I couldn't resist kind of putting it all together and seeing what the combinations were going to look like, and I'm really pleased with it. As I say, the only thing that I think is missing is a spot, and I know which one I'm going to get. I'm in no rush to go and get that at the moment though, because I've just spent all of my money. I'm really excited about this next collection. I think it's going to look beautiful together. I have got a few things like the Bright Side of Life lemon prints, the black and the white one. I am thinking I am going to get those made up first and quite quickly, because I have an idea in my head. For the black one, I think I'm going to make the grey stress with a gathered tiered skirt like I've done for the last 2 grey stresses actually, the Hydrangea Story and the Brassica print. I think I'm going to do that with the black one. I think that's going to look very Dolce & Gabbana. For the white one, I kind of not sure what I'm going to do with that one, but I'm thinking a skirt and a top. I'm not sure if it's going to be a tie front top or a Anna top, you know, the top that I've come to the realisation that if I put the zip in upside down it'll work. I would like to make separates out of all of them, and as I say, they were a gift from Lady McElroy whilst I was at the show. I am not ruling out buying a little bit more of both of them, because I love the idea of making a black shirt to go over the dress, as I have done with the Hydrangea Story, and then that working with the skirt and the white. So yeah, I could really easily make 2 dresses out of those fabrics, but I think the white is going to be a top and skirt combo, and the dress, the black, is going to be a grey dress, and then maybe in the future I'll buy a little bit more to make a shirt to go over it. We shall see, but I really want to get those done because I think they're both going to be quite quick makes. I think they're going to be really pretty. That I think might get snuck in before I start on the Savannah print collection, but it's only a couple of things, it'll be fine. I've only got 4 things here to finish, all of those hems to do. But I think you can see from all the fabrics that I've bought and I've got included here, and then I do have some other solid denims and coating fabrics that are going to work in really well with Savannah as well. So I think you can see that I have got my work cut out for me for the next couple of months, and it's not just going to be August, it's going to be August, September, and probably into October as well. But that's fine, because it's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that will work really well for the warmer weather that will then be able to be layered up to work for the cooler weather. So yeah, I am very excited. I think it's going to look really, really cool. So I'm going to stop waffling at you, because this, I thought was going to be a really quick video, is going to end up being probably another sort of half an hour with all that fabric fertiling, as JJ would say. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed the sort of like brief kind of look into my brain about how I plan things and why I'm pairing certain things with the prints and things like that. Hopefully that's kind of giving you guys some sort of an inspiration as well. But yeah, it's been a really fun, and I cannot wait to get back in here tomorrow, geared up and ready for it. So exciting. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodnight, so I will see you all tomorrow.